Hey and welcome back to another video of jPlay. I am Marcus and welcome to my walkthrough of this year's Essen press room, pretty much. Yeah, and here we are looking at the newest version of Catan Starfarers, I believe. To be honest, I've never played this one before, but this one looks pretty impressive with those mighty rockets. Overall, you see some new games by Cosmos. Exit games are still a huge thing. I remember a friend of mine, I believe she got, I don't know, 10 or so. I think she bought or spent more money on exit games than I did on actual games here. Here we have cities, skylines, pretty much the adaptation of the computer game. I gave this a spin already and I must say I really like it. I couldn't really believe that this would work, a cooperative game in this setting, but really great. And here we have Fireball Island. Yeah, I know it's not the newest game on the market, but it made it to Germany relatively recently, also in the German language, and I really hope we see the expansions here too. We really like it a lot, actually. Easy game, but yeah, really a lot of fun. Yeah, I really don't know why I looked at this for such a long time. I know it's one of those roll and write games. We saw those a lot in Essen, really crazy. I personally don't like them too much. Yeah, Marco Polo 2. Actually, I didn't get a copy. Maybe I will get one sometime a little bit later, but to be honest, I'm still enjoying my first edition or the episode 1 of it too much that I would say let's move on to the next version. I think here we see some Keyforge stuff. Sorry for being so blurry here. I was using new camera equipment here. Yeah, that's definitely Keyforge. And yeah, I think this is Black Angel. Very strange theme, to be honest, but great components, looking really nice actually. It seems to be relatively heavy too. But yeah, I definitely need to look at it sooner or later too, I guess. Okay, let's move on. I think this is God of War. Actually, not a lot of miniatures for a Simon game actually, but it looks really nice, especially some of those characters cards. Yeah, they really look pretty intriguing. To be honest, I didn't look too much into this game, but I could imagine theme could fit, so I definitely have to have a closer look at that sooner or later too. Yeah, Aftermath, I think this is also a very nice game, but I'm still not through with all of my campaign missions for Mice and Mystics, to be honest, and we also have Stuffed Fables, so I'm not sure when it will be time to go after Aftermath, but looks also pretty promising, and you can never go wrong with those kind of games. Yeah, Yggdrasil. I really like the original game, and yeah, this tree, Yggdrasil, really looks pretty impressive. I'm not sure if that is a little bit too much, but yeah, 3D components were really a thing at this year's Essen. Of course, was already the last year, but it's getting more and more. Yeah, speaking about 3D stuff, this is Volt. Yeah, I think it's kind of a ring wrestling kind of game. Yeah, I think not really my style. I'm really not that competitive kind of gamer. Yeah, King's Dilemma. Also a title I've been dealing with for quite some time, or if I want to go in on. Definitely presentation here is nice, and I really wonder if this comes with a feather or not actually. Yeah, definitely. You see, I zoomed in a little bit on those components, so this must show you I was definitely intrigued for one reason or the other. Yeah, some more random titles, Age of Dirt. Yeah, also a lot of 3D kind of components, if you can see that here. Yeah, looking nice, absolutely. So don't get me wrong, but I have no clue what this game is about by looking at that. But again, that's only me in this case. Yeah, Portolano, that's definitely something that's right down my alley. You know, I love this old school yeah, seafaring stuff. Of course, I got myself a copy of Maracaibo, and yeah, I will totally do a playthrough, maybe even starting a solo campaign or so, which seems to work pretty well actually. So you're really intrigued by this. And yeah, those standees do not belong to Laser, apparently. I believe this is... Oh, come on. Yeah, look, come, zoom over. I think this was it? Yeah, Merlin's Beast Hunt, exactly. Yeah, Flotilla also nice, nautical theme. Give me more of that. I'm not sure if it really requires that much table space if you play it, so I think they use their space pretty well actually. Some more child games, I would, or games for children. Also, a lot of 3D components, but for a kids game, I think this is something that you would expect today, maybe, in order to make some impression. This actually it looks nice. Again, don't get me wrong, some carrots, some snails, Hugo, Tutu catch, okay, yeah, everyone loves the railway. Yeah, I think Pirates Under Fire, another, I would say, lightweight pirate themed game. Normally, I'm really a sucker for these kind of games, but here, I don't know. Maybe I have to definitely give it a try. Normally, I'm not a big fan of deduction games, but the artwork here really, yeah, definitely works for me. Amazing work, really looking very, very nice. I mean, look at all those stuff. It's, of course, it's a comic style, but I really like it. I really like it. Yeah, City of the Big Shoulders. I think it's really something for the 18xx entry. I watched the heavy cardboard playthrough, at least for not the entire one, but at least some of it, and I think it really caught my interest. La Stanza, again, some, let's say, more historic background always works for me, and yeah, I will definitely will have to have a closer look at this one. Yeah, looking really nice, so good components, and yeah, yeah, like it. Definitely something for me to check out on my channel anytime soon. Yeah, I think here are some more abstract games. Nicely done, wooden finish, don't get me wrong, but definitely not my cup of tea. But I love this squirrel here, and there is a frog and a goose. Oh man, that's cute, really, really cute, but to be honest, I maybe would put it on a display rather than playing it, but yeah, that's only my opinion. Yeah, Nantinarking, that was definitely one of my insta-buys. Yeah, definitely a beauty. Looks pretty amazing, great components. Doesn't come cheap, but I think it's definitely worth the money. Really looks nice, and I like these kind of games, to be honest. So yeah, definitely will do something with it. Not sure if I can do that properly on my channel, but yeah, who knows. Code 777. I think I read about this, but I already forgot. So apologies for that. Too many games. I think over 1400 games this year's Essen, and I really, yeah, couldn't look into all of those. I think here's someone explaining the game, so let's not interrupt any further. So let's move on. Modern art, yeah, nice, definitely nice looking stuff. Art games are also not too many. I think there are some new, and I'm really wondering if the scaffold is also part of the game. I highly doubt that, but looks definitely nice. Yeah, again, speaking of 3D games, Axmal, yeah, also comes very nice representation, but I'm really not sure if it's adding anything meaningful to the gameplay, to be honest. Yeah, this is also very abstract little game. Also looks very, very nice. Definitely helps selling those games. Here, to be honest, I have no clue, so let's simply move on. Apologies to all the designers and publishers out there if I have to run through all of those. Again, I don't know why I'm looking at a different pair of socks here. But yeah, definitely also a great game, definitely a good party game. Also, no clue what this actually is. Again, too many games out there. Apologies for that. And again, if you want me to do more in future and we say, hey, focus on this game, show me this game, then please do so and let me know, and I will definitely honor your opinion and your desire to really go into that. I think this is a ninja based game. This looked pretty nice. Also 3D components. I think it was Ninja Knight exactly. So this looks pretty nice actually. Yeah, I forgot about this Mandigama. I think this was a pretty promising game actually. And I think this is this, yeah, with the railway also. Get 3D components. You really have to have these kind of things today in order to boost your sales, apparently. I'm not sure there came an email in. What do we have here? Voila. Actually, I have no clue, but I think I stopped here because, again, look at this adorable piece of artwork. Really nice looking stuff, and I would totally go for that. And this was really something I so regret not going much deeper on this Age of Civilization. This would be the game for me, I believe. I really need to get hold of one of those games here. This looks really... I know it's only a bunch of cards, but again, this is right down my alley. Definitely have to get a copy of this sooner or later. So if the designer is watching this, which I highly doubt, then yeah, reach out to me. Apparently a prototype. I have no clue what this actually is. But yeah, definitely a prototype. And you saw a lot more prototypes this year in the press room, actually. Something that's very unusual. And you also saw a lot of designers actually explaining their games in the press room down there. Also something which personally I haven't seen too much. And yeah, of course, here we have the booth of Japan brand. Yeah, they have these cute little games. Usually not my cup of tea either, but they always look very interesting. So very unique kind of games. I think we come back to Japan brand a little bit later. Kitty Bitty. Yeah, I have no clue. Very creepy cat eyes are looking at me here. I have no clue. Definitely a kid's game. But yeah, or anyone who's into cats. I think another piece, yeah, some more kids games. Bronze, also something which looked pretty intriguing actually. Again, a historical theme, always a sucker for that. I think I will hover over or zoom over, pan over some of those components here too. And again, apologies for some of the blurriness. This was really new camera gear, and I think I still have to learn how to use it well. Apparently, it doesn't really go well with the panning. It's very fine when you do stuff, the normal stuff, if you hover over it still, but really panning over it doesn't really work too well. Apparently, hopefully, it's not too bad. I think this was Deranged. Yeah, of course, Deranged, definitely the game for me. Looks very nice actually, and yeah, some miniatures, not too much 3D kind of stuff. So this is really focusing on the actual game itself. So really looking also very, very intriguing and interesting. Yeah, let's move on. Apparently also a Whaleway themed game. Also not going to die out anytime soon. A lot of fans out there. I think, could this be still Japan brand? I think so, or maybe not. Yeah, apologies. I really should have had the whole booth, but just yeah, enjoy the impression. A new Alien game, the Perfect Organism. Also a lot of Alien-themed game out there, but at least this seems to have a proper license. Keep in mind a Lifeform or Nemesis, for example, which are apparently clones of, or yeah, I would say references to the game, to the movie, but are not using the license. But to be honest, work pretty well. Yeah, here is Japan brand again. Sorry for that. Again, very intriguing and very unique looking games. To be honest, the problem is usually they're sold out long before you arrive at Essen. So I think they're really selling most of their stuff through pre-order, if not all of it. Kare, yeah, I have no clue. Thailand game, apparently didn't really look into that, but this comes with not just 3D components, but nice custom wooden meeples. Razzia, nice pun, I guess. Apparently another prototype nerd quiz. Yeah, I really should have checked some of those questions, but to be honest, I'm not that big of a nerd anyway. I think this is Sarah's Vision. Yeah, also very, very interesting game, to be honest. I believe I saw something done by Rado sometime back, this months ago. Yeah, I don't know what we are looking at here, but yeah, just enjoy the show. Kuburo is actually very nice because they have this web kit where you can plan your little, I don't know how this is called in English actually. It's Kugelbahn in Germany, but yeah, you're throwing in a marble and you're doing all kinds of stuff like I did here. So yeah, you see I'm enjoying myself too, really a lot of fun. Western Empires, I think this is simply a big brother of Civilization, at least a lot of those components, but it's really crazy, a huge map. I think it's not going too crazy like the, what is it, the Ultimate Edition or so? I cannot remember. I think the game which you can play with 10 players and up or so. But definitely looking very nice, but I think overall still very close to Civilization. Yeah, 5 to 9 players, a unique 12 hours, so it's also very large scale kind of game. Yeah, really a huge map apparently, but again, overall it really reminds me of Civilization, really the original Civilization apparently here. I used to play this really years back, and yeah, I think this is really for my taste too long. Yeah, Friedemann Friese and his Faultier. Yeah, I think it looks like a Friedemann Friese game. He has some great games, don't get me wrong, but again, I really don't like the way he's presenting his games. Mobility era, yeah. Dutch East Indies was on my list already, I think last year. Now they came back with an expansion, and I looked into this, and for some reason I think with those event cards it could get the right yeah, edge for the game that it actually needed. The base game, quote unquote, was too simple for me, to be honest. Mississippi Queen, yeah, I think that's enough said. Looking really nice now, apparently, so really nice yeah, representation here. Fire Slash, yeah, this was the guy who explained me the game. I think you will hear him in a second. Ask me to explain him the rules. He does everything on his own. So all the models he's doing, he painted the miniatures, he does the stuff. Really nice. Other Magnificent, yeah, another Porta games. I was really mad not getting the Santa Maria expansion. Was already sold out, I think midday. Sona, I think that's one of the newer titles from Rebel. Definitely nice, and you already always see that it's a Rebel game. To be honest, I think Dracona. I think this is not Draco. I think this is not really new. Could be a new version or so. I played this or something very similar. To be honest, yeah. Another Escape games. As I mentioned, a lot of games out there. Yeah, this look really great. I really like this kind of artwork, to be honest. I really, yeah, I don't know what it is. Pangea, I think I backed this on Kickstarter too, so really waiting for my copy. Definitely cool theme. Sierra Rest also very interesting. Only thing that really I don't like is the modular thing. I really want a game to be complete and not show me too many modules. Play it or don't play it, but don't let me pick and choose all those modules. Yeah, expansion for Petrichor, how cute is that? Those little bees, adorable. Yeah, here's Queen Games with their rune stones. Definitely nice looking game. Yeah, from the board setup, kind of reminds me of Merlin, but yeah, apparently a totally different animal. What do we have here? Yeah, spinning maze. Okay, seems to be also relatively abstract kind of game. And I believe here we have Free Market. And to be honest, I have no clue if these huge standees come with the game or not. Maybe they do. I really should have looked more into this. Yeah, I think pretty auction bidding kind of game, as far as I understood. Might be completely wrong. And here's a fun fact: I never played Go in my entire life, and I most likely never will. Never say never. I forgot what this was, but this board was huge. I think you cannot really see it how huge it was. It was really huge. Yeah, I think this was tin. I forgot. It's not Tayuto. Tayuto's on the other side with this house. That's clear. But yeah, looks pretty nice apparently. So let's walk around the table. This is apparently Abacus Spiele with their games for this year. Yeah, Crazy X. Okay, maybe if you want to juggle. Yeah, this is now Tayuto with these houses. Yeah. Team 3, also fun fact, a friend of mine, Board Game Monkeys, they they have a board game of us. I think this was Villains, if I'm not mistaken. This seems to be another arena kind of game. Didn't really look into that much, and also don't have any clue what is this. But yeah, this was really a nice one. Era of Tribes. I followed the designer on, I think, Facebook, and he shared various versions of the map here, and I think this is what ended up with. Really looks nice. Definitely something for me to look into this. This is Raid on Taiko. Apologies for that. Very thematic game. Yeah, has some sad historical background, unfortunately, but definitely a nice, intriguing kind of game. Here I don't really know, to be honest. Again, apologies for that, but again, too many games. Yeah, one of the newer titles from Uwe Rosenberg, Robin of Locksley. Yeah, some of his more abstract games. I think it's for 2. And I believe here we see the modular map for Era of Tribes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that should be it. Factoria totally reminds me of Village when looking at the board. Yeah, totally does. Of course, there are some other playboards and stuff, but overall looking very familiar. And this seems to be Space Lane Trader. Strangely enough, I didn't find anything on Geek. And who said that actual builds are not fun in a game? I like those, especially in games like Firefly. Sometimes poker chips do work nicer, but builds are fine too. Tiguan, temples, yeah, seems pretty abstract to me. Didn't really look into that in any detail, to be honest, and no clue what this is here. This was the also another evolution kind of game. Help me. Yeah, Living Planet definitely on my radar. We'll have to look at that. Seems to be a more abstract game. You see my pace is increasing in this case. Canal King, another tile-laying game, to be honest. Oh, Wonders of the World. Yeah, I think I have enough tile-laying games, but yeah, why not? You can never go wrong with that. Faces, I also don't really know what this was about. This was this, what was it? Come on. Airship City, that was it, sorry. Really also nice looking artwork, loved this a lot. Freshwater Fly, definitely on my radar, will definitely get a copy. I think it has a well working solo mode too, so I will totally look into that sooner or later. Wangdo, yeah, I didn't really look into that, to be honest, and I don't really like these kind of animals in my games. Cerberus, and I really love the wooden Cerberus here, to be honest. Really nicely done. No clue what this game is about, but I like the dog here. Suna no Kuni, I don't know, some Japanese name. This is Grim, yeah. Trismegistus really sounds to me like a math exercise. This is really too much for me. I looked into it, but yeah, I don't know. Saloon Tycoon, I'm not really sure. That's not too new, I believe. Maybe it was a German version or so. But really nice. I love these kind of games. Western themed games, they can never be enough. Pulp Detective, Rurik. I think this was also the German version here. That's one of the Kickstarters I really regret not getting, but I think you can still get it on the normal way, and I definitely will look into that. But yeah, I got so many dudes on the map games recently. Not sure if I need this one. It has some unique mechanics. Yeah, Ragusa also very unique gameplay elements. Like this a lot too. But yeah, how many games are you really able to play? Sooner or later, we'll definitely try it out at some point in time. Hopefully some of my gaming buddies brings it to the table sooner or later, then I will make a call. Yeah, not really sure what I'm looking at here. This is this Last Eden. Definitely a nice theme, to be honest, but here I don't really get the artwork. Doesn't really fit the theme too much. Of course, yeah, you can say, yeah, do something different, blah, 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 but I really don't like it too much. Some more kids games, Mud Party. Yeah, I think this pick seems to be pretty happy in the mud here. Pretty sure those are all kid-themed game. Yes, Beady apparently not that for the heavy gamer, I guess. This was the Far Center, another 3D model. Castle Dukes or Castle of Dukes, not really sure. Yeah, again, this was caught my attention because you're building this castle. Not sure if you're doing Rampage, like if you can destroy it afterwards. Shake up, yeah, I don't know. What do we have here? Again, a little bit blurry. Yeah, didn't really deal well with the panning. Yeah, Defiance. Didn't really look into that, but seems to be dungeon crawler sci-fi. I think I had my fair share of those kind of games recently, to be honest. Yeah, this was this Pauper's Ladder, I believe. This is really a game which I really buy because it looks really unique enough. Not really Sierra Madre kind, but definitely unique enough from its look and feel. And these are the 1900 games. They're very small book games, and I think they all have this heavy war kind of background. Maybe not all of them, but some of those I checked out. Pavilion, oh, really adorable. This is really 3D that works for me. Look at those butterflies here. I have no real clue what this game actually does, but it really looks very nice. I think I also shared some photos on Instagram. And here we have Expedition to Newdale by Alex Pfister. He's really into these campaign games recently. Even Maracaibo comes with a campaign. Good thing is you can always play those games also standalone, pretty much. So you can basically do either or, which I really love. Barrage, also not really sure if this game needs this much table space, but apparently they paid for the table space, so they were using it apparently. It looks pretty impressive, to be honest. And I think gameplay-wise, it's also very, very interesting. Mystery House, yeah, again, speaking of 3D kind of models, so they're using the box pretty well here, pretty clever way. Actually, I didn't really look into that, but yeah, looks definitely nice enough, which is the reason why I'm hovering over it for quite some time, apparently. And the mandatory 3D puzzles. And here we have Downton Abbey. And this is really something I like. I love the show. I didn't see the movie yet, but yeah, nice. Only a little bit of Harry Potter this year, basically only those two models here. But as you can see, Game of Thrones for the thing. So here we have Winterfell, and coming next would be the Red Keep. Looking pretty nice. I don't have any shelf space for this, as you might imagine. Yeah, Cooper Island, definitely something I need to look into. Really very, very interesting game. Yeah, here we have Escape Plan on Mars, so pretty much a lot of games by Vital Lacerda. Here's a fun fact, I don't own any of his games. I like his games, don't get me wrong, but I don't own for any reason. I don't own any of those. This is not really a 3D game board, it's simply the way how they decorated their table apparently, and overall there are now some more kids games. No, here is Fujikoro, also very interesting game. I did a playthrough of Mauna Kea a couple of years ago, and this seems a little bit similar, to be honest, but yeah, this comes with definitely more pimped kind of components. Here I think we will see some more kids games, again 3D components, but again, for kids games I totally buy that, to be honest. And oh man, those ice bears, they really look adorable, don't they? Really great. Yeah, here it really seems one game more or less melts into the other. I really have no clue, Revelations, what those games are about. But again, too many games out there, simple as that. Again, this looks pretty nice, to be honest. What did we have there? I cannot remember, to be honest, so apologies for that. Yeah, again, overall, a lot of games actually. And yeah, time was actually limited. Yeah, I think this is the expansion for Netatanka apparently. And oh, what was that? This looked interesting. I cannot remember. And what do we have here? Yeah, Gladigala. Yeah, of course. I looked at this more closely, to be honest. And here I don't know if it is diversity. Definitely the. Was definitely intended. Again, another game of bees. There were a lot of bee games, or not a lot, but Bee Lives, for example, was one of those. a couple of years ago it was Arns, außer Rand und Band. I think this is a German game. Also our kids game, also with nice looking components, 3D-ish, of course. It has to be. Yeah, I think this is Minara or Rituals of Minara or whatever it is. I played this once actually. A friend of mine brought this. Definitely fun, to be honest, and it was challenging, to be honest. Ishtar, also very nice table they got here. Not sure what you have to pay in order to be able to present this in this format at Spiel, to be honest. And yeah, I think here we are moving over to Little Town, I believe. Yes, also very impressive table, nicely decorated for sure. And here's some Funkoverse games. I really get it, they're cute, but to be honest, I'm not really impressed by the gameplay. It's cool that you can mix and match, but to be honest, not really my cup of tea. Great Voyage, yeah, definitely looking forward to this one, giving this a spin. Really looks very, very interesting. Yeah, I think I will really enjoy this. Definitely, I could make a playthrough about this one too, sooner or later. I believe there we have Flying Kiwis. Not sure if Martin Wallace played any role in this. Oh yeah, Last Bastion. Definitely, I would say a clone of Ghost Stories. They had the nicest table here in the press room, that's for sure. Really a lot of space. Yeah, it's undeniable. It's basically Ghost Stories. It comes with very nice components as usual, and I think, as far as I can remember, those dice were actually etched, and this is definitely already a great improvement over Ghost Stories. This is Harvest Island, a game about harvesting your crop. I think you have to follow the weather forecast or not. I think here we're coming to Overbooked, yes. There is some 3D component there, but I think in this case it makes sense. It's Wall's minor thing. I think I can live with that. Definitely a nice, intriguing kind of game. Need to look into that. Spies and Lies, I believe. Also, I think this game doesn't need that much table space. Zombie Kids, yeah, why not have zombies for kids? But I think even Twilight Creations have a kids version of their game Zombies. Deep Blue, Days of Wonder, really nice production, really nice looking game. Have to look into that. I think Uxmal we already seen earlier. Some more German stuff. And I think we are coming closer to the end of my walkthrough of the press room. Cthulhu, Death May Die, and Victorian Masterminds. I think the Cthulhu figure I saw recently was much bigger than that, but as I said, I think we are coming now closer to the end of my walkthrough. We are seeing some more German versions of already, or games that are already published. So I think here we have, or following up, there will be some Star Wars Legion components, Outer Rim, and all of that, Lord of the Rings, you name it. I really hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for being that late, but I was really struggling with my code. Hope to see you soon, and yeah, until then, bye bye. And that snake looks really nice.